I don't think this is necessarily ultimately bad news, but Gage actually moved out of the house last night. So he went into a hotel. This has been a long time coming. We've been in separate rooms for a very long time. And I think, we've had a lot of discussions about it. I think what happened was we were in separate rooms a major. I don't know if it's a majority of last year, but a significant portion of last year. Yeah. So it was kind of like a roommate situation. Yeah. And I think the reason we hadn't ripped the Band-Aid off and actually separated because we have the baby and neither one of us want to leave the baby.
No. Of course not.
And then also financially, it wasn't the best time because I have 4 properties right now, 3 of which are under construction. One is sellable, but I put it on late last year. I overpriced it a bit. I took it off for the holidays. I'm about to relaunch it at a new price and all of that. We kind of like thought we were breaking up and we just said, okay, well, when the Hollywood Boulevard house sells, we got to figure this out. Yeah. So, but then something happened around December where I was like, shit, this is getting real. There's he's looking at apartments, he's getting applications. So for many months, many months, I was like, fuck it. It's happening. We're breaking up. It's a matter of time. And I didn't help matters any at all. Okay. I didn't fight for the relationship. I didn't work on the relationship. But I think it was right around New Year's, I was like, oh, I don't really want this.
Yeah.
And so I worked really, really, really hard and I fought really hard to keep this going.
Yeah, I remember
So I think it was too late. And I think there was a lot of anger on his side and a lot of anger and resentment. Also, I will say, Monica, you go to therapy, yes?
I do.
And how long have you gone to therapy?
I've gone to therapy on and off since I was 25.
Yeah, I think I've been on and off since I was 14. Yeah. So I've learned, there's a lot of negatives with dating Jeff Lewis, let me tell you. Oh, I'm sure. But the one thing you always know where you stand with me.
That's true.
But I dated someone who is not a good communicator, has literally never been to therapy, and has held things in for 33 years. Yeah. So
I can relate to that because even with all the therapy I've done, I am not the best communicator.
Right.
I think that was in my relationships. It's hard to.
It breeds a lot of resentment.
It does.
But you met him he was very young.
He was very young, and I was in my 30s. He was in his 20s. I felt like I went out I had 10 years of partying and dating and sex and all that. I don't feel like I was missing anything or missing out.
Sewed.
Exactly. And I don't think I really even knew who I was. Well, I was late, but I think a lot of men don't know who they are until their 30s.
Late bloomers.
For me, it was probably 40s. Yeah.
Totally.
But
until you had a baby.
But ultimately, I know what I want and I know what's important, and I have prioritized the things that that I think means something to me.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for him, but I will say that he has started therapy, which is fantastic.
Oh, that's amazing.
But I think we're in a situation now where somebody had to rip off the Band-Aid.
Right.
And so we've had this roommate situation going on for quite some time, but we were like friends with benefits. So we would still hook up.
Yeah,
inconsistently, but at least I was encouraged, he's still attracted to me.
Yeah.
There's still something here. There's a connection.
You guys got it on in Vegas. You talked about it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
There's things were happening.
Yeah. Now, there was a real lack of intimacy, I would say, because he, wasn't in my room and, those kind of things. And I actually felt very lonely and sad and disappointed and all of that. But I was encouraged because we still were hooking up once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday he had said to me, look, I would like to stay in the guest room.
Okay.
But I think the physical part is confusing me, and I need to get perspective. I need to understand, and I just kind of said, let me just stop you there. I just feel like I understand what you're saying, but that arrangement doesn't work for me.
Good for
and
you.
I already feel tortured by this. Yeah. For months and months and months, I already feel.
You look so skinny.
Thank you.
Yeah,
well, I got on the scale today, and I have lost a few pounds because of the stress.
Best diet ever.
So I was like, oh my God, at least something
There's
is
a
good
silver
coming out of
lining.
this. And I will say, I know that you're going to be shocked at this. I did not cry last night.
Oh.
So I think the testosterone's working.
I think you should keep that up.
Yeah. So I rubbed some extra cream on this morning because I don't want to cry.
You're manning up.
I'm manning up.
Yep.
I'm manning up. And also, I felt proud of myself last night because I've been putting up with this bullshit for all these months.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? Doesn't work for me. And you want to be independent, and you want all these things.
Well, good, and maybe he should, and
then you should
that's
go.
important.
Yeah.
Then you should go.
Yeah, everybody needs to work on their shit. Go to therapy.
Yes.
Fix
But-
your. I mean, no one's fixed.
But I want to be
work on
very
yourself.
clear. And I said to this to him, I'm like, I'm not throwing you out.
No.
I'm not breaking up with you. I'm here.
Yes.
I don't, you need time, and space, and to get
The
perspective.
clarity, and
And
hopefully he'll
who-
get the clarity that
Yeah.
to keep
Right.
the family
And
together.
who doesn't want their partner to say something like that to them? Like that makes me want to cry that you were even able to just speak.
See,
that.
I'm not going to cry
Well,
because I took Esther testosterone today.
cry for you.
I'm not crying. I'm done crying. So for those of you at Ruth Chris, if you see me, Ruth Chris Orlando in Tampa, there is no more crying.
Yeah.
I'm cried out.
Right.
I'm done.
Don't buy your ticket.
I'm so embarrassed. I thought about that this morning because I have to go back to
Cried
Tampa.
in public.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Monica, it was terrible 3 times.
I don't think I've ever seen you cry.
No, you haven't.
But I have
Never.
really I have
Are
more
you a crier?
No, I'm not.
No, that's
I
the
have more
problem.
estrogen than I do testosterone right now. But I think we're
Okay, leveling out.
leveling out.
Okay.
So I thought about it this
Tampa.
morning. I have to go back to Tampa for work this month, and I really want to go to Ruth's Chris because I love the butter steaks. But I thought, well, A, I'm probably going to be by myself,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Okay.
B, I think I'm going to wear a disguise.
What about Ocean Club?
Maybe
Go
you
to a
should
new
try a
place.
different spot.
I want to go there, but what if
What
I just
about
wear a
old-
cap and glasses?
Yes.
But what if it brings back
A
old
wig.
memories?
It's
and you start
not.
crying.
It's
You know
not.
what?
I'm not
You
going to cry.
I think
Okay.
to fit in, you should just wear a mullet.
I'll do
a
4
mullet
clicks that
wig.
morning because I only do 2 clicks
yeah.
twice
Me
a
too.
day.
Well, I do, yeah.
Oh, you do? You take?
Oh.
I am a hormone whore. I love it. I've been doing it for
Oh.
years.
Really?
Yeah. I
Now,
do.
Megan,
See, I'm
We
sure.
she's a hormone whore without the hormones.
we gotta get you on Easy Street, Megan. we gotta level you out. Sister.
I need to go to your doctor, Monica.
I already
If
sent
I can
you
look
the
like
info.
you.
Wow, I know. So last night he left, and I hope he gets the clarity and perspective he needs.
Me too.
But you know what I noticed too is that there's so much anger that he has lost sight of the good things. And I said that to him last night. I'm like, every time we have one of these discussions, it's so overwhelmingly negative. I'm like, I have a very different perspective. I said, Gage, last year was hell. It was hell. It was fucking
Yeah,
hell.
it wasn't
But you
good
know
for
what,
you
Gage?
guys.
I said, I remember 9 pretty solid good years. Yes, we fought, but I remember
We had a lot
some
of fun.
really good times.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to try to work through all that resentment
Right.
and focus on the positive things.
There could be more to come.
There could be.
Yeah.
There could be. And I made
I
that.
hope so.
I made that clear.
Kids
I hope
ruin
so.
everything.
I will say though, I have,
It shakes it up.
I've really changed through all this, but I didn't change until January. I mean, I was to say
Yeah.
I was very, I reacted very negatively to everything that was happening last year, and I didn't respond well. I didn't handle myself well. I was like, "Fuck you, then. Fine. You want to leave? Go. As soon as you sell the house, go.
Right.
Fine." But then in January, I was like,
You turned
"Wait."
it
I was
around.
like, "Wait a minute.
180.
Wait a minute." So we'll see what happens.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm rooting for you.
Yes.
Thank
I'm
you.
rooting for you and Gage. Always have been.
Yeah.
I have to tell you though, I haven't. I mean, for those all of you know that listen, that I haven't slept in months, right? And the only thing that helps me sleep is ZzzQuil or NyQuil. So I have to be drugged up to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
And even then, if I take the regular dosage, I only sleep 5 hours. I have to overdose to sleep 8 or 10.
Totally.
Well, here's the problem. I'm now single dad because the
Yep.
baby's with me.
Yeah.
So if something happens, I got to be there for her.
You got to be
So
alert.
I can't be drugged up.
No.
So last night I was sober, completely sober, no NyQuil, no ZzzQuil, no alcohol. I slept well.
Yeah.
I slept well. It's the first time I've slept in months.
I think sometimes you do sleep. What people don't know, you sleep better completely clean.
I think because there's a
Yeah.
little bit of a
Yeah, everything's off your chest.
well, I feel like
Yeah.
things are moving along, either for the better or for the
little
worse.
resolution. A little
A
resolution.
little resolution.
Yeah.
And then I thought that I would be so torn up. I thought I was going to have to call. I thought I would start crying and then have to call you, Megan. And you only
yeah.
because Megan's
Oh, my
closest to
God.
me.
Then I'd have
she
to
lives
come
like
over.
2 blocks over. She'd
We'd
have
be
to come
drinking.
over. You'd have to hold me. You'd have to braid my hair. You'd have
Absolutely.
to read me a story.
You guys would be
We do
still drunk
facials.
today.
Right, but I didn't call you
You didn't.
because I didn't cry.
No, good for you. I'm
Because
really
I
glad.
realized, look, as sad and disappointing and lonely as this is, it's no different than when he was living there. I
Yeah.
feel just as I don't feel any different than when he was living there.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
less stress.
Also
Well, now
think-
I don't have to look at him. Meaning, look at him and like,
Right.
this is sad.
all
Like
the
you're a
sadness.
reminder of everything.
Yeah, that's difficult.